Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It's Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and this is actually the second time I have come to you today. I did a really quick Facebook Live from the Painted Tree Boutiques, which is here in San Antonio, and I was hosting my monthly tea and crafts event. And I do like to just jump on and say hello to everybody when we're there. It's such a cute little place and such a fun event. So this is my second time to be with you today. And this is my weekly Facebook Live demonstration. So if you are new here today, this happens every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Now, sometimes if I'm out of town, but I usually give you a heads up if I'm going to be away. And then this gets downloaded and shared, the replay, on YouTube. So I'm going to give it just a minute to see if anybody's going to join me. You can see where I'm going. I'm actually prepped and ready to go, raring to go. Got lots to share with you tonight. And I did return from Stampin' Up! On stage, and that was a fabulous weekend. Hey, Marlene, I'm glad you're here with me tonight. It was a fabulous weekend, actually Thursday through Saturday, and my husband and I flew out Saturday night. He's a pastor, so we had church Sunday and a full day, so I'm still digesting some of what we learned there, and we did get this gorgeous new catalog, but I'm not going to go down that road tonight. I've got other things. I have other things I'm wanting to do tonight. So this goes live on May the 1st. So we got plenty of time to work on this. But in the meantime, we have a very extensive retiring list, last chance products. These are the things I have from the mini catalog that are retiring. And then I was working on this annual catalog one, and I got to, let's see, I think I got to one of the last pages, and I ran out of steam. So I still have more that I need to work on. So if you are in the San Antonio area, I am doing a sneak peek and BOGO sale on the first Friday night in April, I believe it is. So we're going to be sneak peeking. So I've got, this is a little banged up from coming home in my suitcase. But yes, we are going to be, we're going to be making we have a couple of make and takes. It's a $10 entrance fee. We've got some make and takes. I will have some new catalog display items for you. I may have new catalogs by then, but I don't think I can order them that early and have them here. But I'll have mine that you can flip through, and then I will also have some buy one, get one free items. And so lots of fun things going there. Now, a couple of things about this last chance list, and then we're going to get into online exclusives and mystery stamping. So on this last chance products, a couple of things to just kind of give you a heads up. Anytime there are asterisks, it means that those items are coming back in a different form. And so the most common one you will see is like the Everyday Details bundle. It's carrying over, but it will no longer be in the bundle format. So if you want that 10% savings, you need to get it. You need to get that bundle before the end of April, because when it goes into the new catalog, you won't get that 10% savings. And I do think that both the stamp set and the dies are very much worth having. Interestingly enough, we have several papers that are carrying over this time. That does not happen. I've never seen so many papers carry over. So the other thing I wanted you to make note of is some of these items are going to be on sale again beginning April, I think it's the 4th. I got so many dates in my head right now. So some items have already sold out, like those in-color pearls, the retiring in-color pearls. They are gorgeous, gorgeous. They've already sold out. So some of these things may sell out before we even start the sale. So you need to be aware of that. And yeah, so, you know, you kind of take your chances, but I do love a bargain. And once we get a little bit farther into this, I will share my my top 10 lists for things I think that are absolute must-haves that are retiring. I don't know, there's so much on here. I may have to do a top 10 for the mini and the annual catalog. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about mystery stamping first. I am going to be using this little Latte paper that is just so cute. This is 12 by 12 paper. It is in the online exclusive, so it is very readily available. Now, this is part of a whole suite, and I will tell you that the ribbon that's part of this suite and the dots that are part of the suite are sold out right now. They will come back by the end of April. But I'm just using the paper tonight, and I am using the bundle. The bundle, I think, is super, super cute. It is, you know, appropriately named Lot of Love. And so, hi, Cynthia, I'm glad you're here with me. So, definitely it is a latte theme. Now, you can have tea lattes, but there are like coffee beans and coffee pots, but a lot of mugs and things you could use for hot chocolate images, for tea images. So I do think that there's a lot of breadth in this bundle. I'm going to be featuring a couple of retiring things tonight because they're things that I absolutely love. And I do have a host code here for you. So if you're wanting to grab something from that retiring list, I encourage you to go to the online store and get it sooner rather than later. Hi, Linda. I'm glad you're here with me. And hello, Kelly. Welcome, welcome. So, this is one of my all-time favorite dies, and it's retiring. Now, I have $22 in here because when I bought it, that was the price. I'm not sure if it went up at all. There is one other die in here, but one of my studio staff is working on some Easter cards for me, and she has that right now. But I do love these dies. One of my all-time favorite dies. I didn't think they'd retire it, and I've used this a lot for scrapbooking. I've used it for tags, for gifts. I've used it for bookmarks. I've used it for cards. It is one of definitely my top must-haves that you're going to want to get. And it does have stitching. I love the fact that one of these has a little bit of a fancy edge and the other one is very straight. This is the one I've used the most. And of course, with straight, you can, you know, go with a masculine theme as well as a feminine. Hey, Terry, I'm glad you're here. I miss your smile too. Terry is part of my team, and she lives in the St. Louis area, and she drove to Houston, and we just loved having that time together. So let me show you a couple of things. No, let's see what else. Oh, this is the other thing I'm using. Okay. That I'm using that is retiring. So I'm going to be using this little die tonight from the bundle. And I love the fact that the reason there's two on here is because they do give you two dies. And I love that because you can run them through, you know, a couple at the same time. And they also, you know, you've got a righty and a lefty on the position. So I want to talk to you a little bit about mystery stamping, and I haven't even written down the measurements because I think I have them. I think I have them memorized. So I gave you a little graphic with the measurements for this, and I will have as well a little inspiration sheet for you in my email news tomorrow. But mystery stamping is something that actually Terry, I'm so glad she's here with me tonight. She hosts this for our team each month. And mystery stamping is where you get a set of instructions or actually just measurements, and then you just go with it. It's a mystery. You get to use whatever supplies you have on hand and whatever you want to use, and then we do a drawing for anybody who participates in this, and we send out prizes. So this is the measurement, and it was for white or vanilla. And this is 11 by 4 1/4, and it is scored at 1 1/2 and then at 5 1/2. So this is where we would typically cut and score. But then you can see that we have a little bit of a fun fold going on. And I have to tell you, I have loved this mystery card layout. I've used the heck out of it. I actually used it for my bingo night. And I'm actually using it as well for my mystery craft box. And we will talk, no, not my mystery craft box. Sorry, I take that back. I'm using it for my card club next month, which I will debut those projects probably tomorrow. I've got them ready. I just have to film them. So I'm using, this is my absolute favorite piece of the designer paper. I really love all of these, and I love this one too. But I'm a sucker for plaids, and I love these spring colors. So I didn't want to go too dark and moody right now. I wanted to keep the color palette light and fresh. So these are the other measurements that come with my mystery stamping. So there's a 4 1/4. What did I do here? This should be 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Hang on one second. Let me grab some paper. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. Lord have mercy. You know what? I had a bunch of 4 by 4 pieces on my cutting station over there, and I just kind of grabbed one. Didn't even think that it was going to be the wrong size. Okay, now see, this is what happens when I prep ahead. Okay, here we go. Here I thought I had all my ducks in a row. Okay, so I need 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And this is basic white cardstock. And I do like the fact that this card has a lot of white. Again, it's going to keep it light and fresh for me. I have done this card, this layout with colored cardstock as well. But our mystery instructions were for using white or vanilla. Oh, looky here. We've got Jolene. Welcome, welcome from Minnesota, and Alice from Indiana, and Margaret is here. And somebody's already sharing, so thank you, thank you. So this is going to go right here, and this is going to go right here. So what I love about this is it's a 4 by 4 piece of designer paper, and then it's 2 pieces of 4 by 2. So what I did when I was prepping these for my bingo event was I just cut 4 by 4 pieces, and then some of them I cut in half and some of them I left whole. So that's an easy way to prep. So that's kind of my quick hack for you. So let's go ahead and lay this down, and I will show you how quick and yet this has a lot of fancy to it. It has I think a lot of pizzazz. It's a unique fun fold. Definitely not one I had come across before. So again, this is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. This is 4 by 4. I love 4 by 4 pieces of designer paper because, of course, there's absolutely no waste when you're using 12 by 12. Now, it's a little different when you've got your 6 by 6 papers. They are not designed as much for that in mind. See, that's my other favorite piece. But I always like the marbly designs. So let's open this up and put it right down here. And then we're going to put the other one over here. So yeah, I have been playing with this layout a lot. I really like it. I think it's a great use of your designer paper. It shows it off really, really well. And it just has a lot of pizzazz. Now I'm going to put a lot of adhesive here because this is going to go here, and I want to make sure it does not come off. So for me, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 strips of seal. And then I'm going to take this and I'm just going to get right over it and line it up like so, and then press. So that is it. So simple. Now look how cute. Look how cute. You got plenty of room that you can write your message there. If you wanted, you could put another piece of designer series paper there. Kind of depends on how much you want to do. Now, I did cut a tag from my favorite little tag, tailored tags. And this is Lemon Lolly. I wanted to, again, just keeping it really fresh and springy. So I'm going to use Calypso Coral ink. This is the only color ink I'm going to use tonight. And I will show you. This says, hello there. Let's catch up. And I think this is such a cute, really cute sayings in this stamp set. Now, something I'm going to do, a lot of times I put a bow in here, but I'm actually going to put my ribbon underneath here. So what I'm going to do is, in the dies, they have these little reinforcements, and they're so cute. You can run them together. I ran these, I actually ran more than one, and I put adhesive sheet on the back. It's one of my favorite things to do with this die because I don't typically want to mess with, you know, liquid glue on something this small. So that is just going to go right there, and that gives it that nice little bit of contrast without having to put my ribbon there. Okay, did I get it on straight? Yes, okay. So that is going to go there. But to set it off a little bit, I want to zigzag some ribbon. Now, this was in our holiday catalog. It's no longer available. It's the braided linen trim. And this is an example of, you know what, you use what you have on hand. And I had some of this in my stash. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just lay down a couple of strips of seal, and I'm going to zigzag this. Or, you know what, maybe I won't zigzag it. Maybe I'm going to loop it. Maybe I'm going to loop it like this and like this. And then we can put this right. Oh yeah, I like the loops on this one. Sometimes I like a zigzag, sometimes I like a loop. And that Calypso Coral braided trim is just a really nice, I wanted that punch of Calypso Coral, and we don't actually have any Calypso Coral ribbon in our books right now. Hey, Gail from Virginia, thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing. I appreciate that so much. You know, oh, and Simone is here. Welcome, welcome. You know, I have grandkids in the, they are in the Norfolk area. They travel around quite a bit because my son-in-law is a medical traveler, and my daughter homeschools her children. They are elementary and middle school, and they are just, I mean, just eating up all of the incredible amount of history in that area. They are just loving it. So we have dates booked. I don't have them in my head yet, but we are going in sometime in September to visit. Now, this is another one of my favorite things that are going away. This is the rose gold paper. Love, love, love it. One of the things I love about it is it's a bit chameleon-like. It will go really well with your pinks, and it goes really well with your oranges. So I think I'm going to do maybe one here, and I'm really using these basically like embellishments. Now, maybe I don't want to use all three. I was thinking I would do three, but it might be too much. Yeah, it's going to be too much of a good thing, and I kind of like it right there. I could put those others on the inside. So let's just do that. I think I'm going to put a mini dimensional, if I can find one. Let's see. Let's just see what we can find. My kids moved up there 2 years ago, and they were planning on staying, not as long as they have, but I wouldn't be surprised if they end up settling in that Virginia area. They have really, really loved it. And they announced for us that Stampin' Up! On Stage next year for North America is actually going to be in North Carolina. So we are already making plans to go, and I told my daughter that we're going to be in, you know, at least close enough where we could finish on stage and then go visit her and the family. And then she let me know that her husband's actually just gotten his license to practice in North Carolina, and they may be moving to North Carolina. So I think this is super cute. Now let's just, because we can, and because I think it will be fun, I think I'm going to do a little bit of stamping here, and I think I'm going to add these extra teacups, well, coffee cups, because I already cut them out. And I could set them aside in my little stash, but you know how that goes. I end up not putting them, not using them the way I should. Now, I think this is like a coffee, you know, muggy thing for the top of your cup, but I kind of like it as, you remember Gorgeous Grunge? It reminds me of just kind of a background thing. So I'm thinking we're going to do this and this. Maybe we'll just do one. I always like to do threes. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see what we can do here. Now you do have to be a little careful because there's a little slit there, and you don't want to tear that slit. So Gail, you can't wait, or you must be a demonstrator. I would love to meet some of y'all when I am there. That would be so fun. I did get to meet one of my Stamp Club members, is a demonstrator, and she was on stage. I'm trying to remember where she lives. I'll get it wrong. Is she in Arizona, maybe? I'm super excited because she is actually, maybe we're going to do this. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with gas. Looky there. Okay. Now we got it. Sometimes you just have to kind of play around with it. And I am not going to use another embellishment because I think it would be too much. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my mystery stamping card. And two of my favorite retiring things, and that is these tailor-made tags and the rose gold paper. So Margaret, you're going to be there with Gail and your team. Oh, I would love to meet with you guys. That would be fabulous. Now, while we are talking mystery, let me just, before we wrap up tonight, this was a quick and easy card, but don't you think it has a lot of pizzazz? I mean, I'm really, really happy with that, and I think it hits all the right marks and super easy to mail. It will mail for a single stamp. It has that fun little, what do you call it, interactive element, and yeah, just super fun. And hello there, let's catch up. So, oh, I'm glad you like my card, Gail. That makes me super happy. Now, I do have one more thing to share with you, and that is I am doing a mystery box. Now, this is mystery stamping. Mystery craft box is where I take, I'm actually centering around the bundle, and then I have a really cute box in the mail for you. Now, it's a surprise. Now, I will share. I will give you one little sneak peek. So a surprise, it's a mystery. So I think in my registration, and I will post the registration link, I think that I told you what projects you're making. Like you're making 3 cards and a couple of note cards, and oh, I know, we're doing home decor. We're doing home decor in this. And you get all kinds of fun gifts in it, and you get instructions and PDFs and video. It's a really, really nice box. Oh, Lisette, you're here. Oh, I'm so glad you like this. So, you know what? While I'm here, let me give you a sneak peek and let me show you my last mystery box. So, here we go. Okay. Here we go. I was very much inspired to do this by my friend Deborah Harrison. She does mystery boxes, and she did a little training on this in my training group a couple of years ago, and I finally jumped in and did a mystery box. So this is my next mystery box coming up, is Lot of Love, and it does close registration tomorrow. So when I send out the inspiration sheet for tonight's card, I will send out that registration once again. So this was the first mystery crafting box that I did, and this one I sent out, I think it was in December. So I can't even remember the price of these. It includes the shipping and everything. Can't even remember the price off the top of my head. And I did center around the stamp set and dies, the thermos ones. So let me show you what was in here, and then here's the stamp set and here's the dies. So when you opened the box, it had really pretty sparkly tissue paper. And then I have gifties. So the gifties were, because my whole theme was sending care. And because I wanted to really center around get well, you warm my heart, I wanted to really center around things where you would show caring. So I thought everybody could use some fuzzy socks. So there was a pair of fuzzy socks in here. Yeah, you need a little bit of something, something when you're crafting. So you got a full-size Kit Kat. And then this little box here is actually sealed. But inside here are shower steamers. And so shower steamers, you just put them in the bottom of your shower and they lift all of this lovely fragrance. So these were gifties for, you know, my attendees, as it were. And then this is what they got in their box. So they got a package of these blooming pearls. I love, love, love these pearls. And they've actually carried over into the new catalog. They got a roll of this herringbone ribbon. And they got a package of these sequins because we did shaker cards. So then this has a package, I think it's a quarter package of designer series paper, and then all the little things that they're going to use for their projects. So let me show you the projects. And all of this is to show you what is in a mystery craft box. Because it is a mystery, and that's part of the fun. You know, it has a little bit of the element in the sense that, you know, Paper Pumpkin has been wildly successful, and it is a mystery. You get a little sneak peek, but you don't know what it's going to be until it comes. And I do have one more set of these projects, if anybody's interested. And the whole box, if anybody's interested in this box, because I had one. I always make one spare. So let me show you what we did. So this is the pack of paper that they got. And this was one of our projects because, again, this was all about sending care. And this has the little vitamin C packets in here, the little emergency packets that you can put into a cup of hot water to get better. This was our fun shaker card, and this is why we were using the sequins. And these little suns are part of the stamp set that we were using. And then this, again, was part of our stamp set that we were using, a Get Well Soon fun little card with a tissue box. This one was my attempt to do a gender-neutral card, really bold, where these are soft and then we go bold. I like to have a lot of variety. And there's those little pearls. So, and all of these die cuts are done for you. So that's just the way I run my classes. Unless you have to stamp it first, I run the die cuts for you. And then here is the very feminine version of a Get Well card. And then last but not least, this is kind of coming out now, but, so this is my little lollipop holder. And I loved these because, and I gave links where you could find the little goodies from Amazon. Everything was very available so that if you wanted to reproduce these, you could. So this is actually a little lollipop, and this is a throat lozenge, and I thought this was very clever. So especially for kids, when they have a sore throat, they have a cold, this is a great way to give them a little lollipop, but it is a throat lozenge. So all of this came in my mystery craft box for December. So again, I have a mystery craft box coming out the end of this month, and it is a lot of love. So it is centering around this bundle. You don't have to have the bundle. It is advisable, but many of you can buy this with your own discount. If you want to add it to your registration, you can, and I give that to you at cost, which means I pay your tax and shipping for you. So that is something to consider. So there you have it. Mystery craft box, mystery stamping. And again, this is something that we do every month with my team. And Terry Lynn, who is here tonight, hosts that for us. And it's just super fun to see what you can come up with these dimensions. Let me see, I think. So this is the one I did for my bingo event with the same setup. And this you will see, this is the paper that we had from Celebration. And I did add, because it was, this was not white, where you see this one's going to be easy to write your message on there. So with this one, because it was a colored cardstock, I put a little white panel there. And I'm so excited. This is the Rainy Days, Playing with Friends, I think is what it's called. So that stamp set is carrying over, and I'm super excited about that. So, Simone, I'm going to have to double check. I think the mystery craft box is about $52. I'm not totally sure. So I'll need to look that up. But I will put the link on this post. And let me just show you one more version of this, because this is hot off the press. Let's see. So this, I'm getting ready to make the video for it, but this is the stamp set that I'm featuring for my card club this month. And I was already going in this direction, and then I saw that this is carrying over, which made me super happy because I knew it'd be available for people. So like I said, once I get kind of on a theme, so these are the ones that I'm doing with my card club members. So this is one, and then this is two. So with my card club, we do 2 each of 4 designs, but I like to change them up so that people can see, different ways of doing the same thing. So I really, really like this layout, as you can see. So I will post the inspiration sheet for this in tomorrow's newsletter. So make sure that you are subscribed. And here is my host code for this month if you would like to place an order with me. And again, the mystery craft box registration closes tomorrow, and I will have that linked here as well as in my email news tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Take care, and God bless.